standing up for your own rights. That doesn't mean only when it happens to you. You want to look the other way when it happens to everybody else, but all of a sudden, you want everyone to care when it happens to you. Then when it does happen to you, you still don't care about the other people it happened to. It's all about you. And only you. See, you could work together with the other victims to put a stop to this, but instead you want to be about only you. And in that case, well, you might win some money. Shameful. We also get to take a look at the scenario that I'm in, where there was a bunch of witnesses of abuse against me, but getting them to actually go in like they promised, and you get to hear them over and over and over again, these people saying, call this place and call that place, and have you gone to this place, and have you gone to that place? Go here, go there, call here, call there. I cannot function because of abuse. There is too much abuse. And I don't get to turn any of it in. I like Scott. But Scott was going to help me. He was going to go in with me so I could turn it in safely. His dad was going to go in with me so I could turn it in safely. Then hunting season and blah, 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 blah. And Scott, he tells me, he talked to this cop friend of his about the situation. No. Not okay. That is not the same thing as going in and helping someone to turn this in. Helping them to have a safe environment. You provide that safety. A homeless, disabled man is the number one victim of everyone in America. That includes the police. If I have to go in alone, I will be blown off. I will be manipulated. I will be bullshit. I will be lied to. Oh, it's horrible when you get a woman who wants to tell you how it actually works. No, that's how it actually works for you, woman. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have a dick. The rules are different for me. You get all sorts of special benefits from society just because you have a vagina. And you want to push on me all these benefits I supposedly get from society because I have a penis. I don't get those. I don't get $49,000 a year for having a penis. Having a penis doesn't make my disabilities go away. What I needed was actual love. I needed to be loved by someone, and literally, no one loves me. Not one person who showed that they loved me. Not one. If your love is conditional upon me bowing down to your every will and command, how is that love? You'll only love me if I pretend that you don't exist. That don't work. Like, of course, Candace Bondurant claiming that she loved me. No, she didn't. She never loved me. She pulled the same shit on multiple occasions. Or she didn't want to find out what was going on, and she wanted to lie to me about the situation and then tell me something completely different later on. Why don't you try telling the truth, Candace? If you'd loved me, You'd actually told the truth instead of hiding behind your kids, hiding behind your landlord, hiding behind the cops. Tell me that your landlord's gonna throw you and your kids out in the snow and the cops are fucking harassing you. Well, I had a lot of people that told me those things. A lot of people told me they were being harassed and followed by the police. Police were pulling them over stupid bullshit. They were having their kids threatened. Really? Really? No, I am not going to fucking believe you if you didn't come forward about it. I don't believe you for one fucking moment. Because if your kids were threatened, you would have gone to the fucking courts, to the court of law. You would have gone to the police if your children were fucking threatened. You would have had some fucking proof of it. Where's your fucking proof? Why did you pretend to care? You have zero proof that you did any of these things. I've got plenty of proof. I've got proof that I went to the police. I had to go in by myself over and over and over again. Where is your proof that you ever, once, ever spoke to the police with me? Or for me, or on my behalf? You have zero evidence of that. And if you've made zero evidence to get that into court, you just lied to me and manipulated me and took advantage of me. Now, Scott telling me that he talked to this cop friend of his. Later on, I had to ask him about that. Hey, that cop friend of yours, what's his name? Oh, he's just one of those cops who comes through. Well, I thought he was your friend. If he was your friend, he'd have a name. You'd know his name. Who is it that you went to? I need to know these things because when I go to court, they just pretend that these things are all figments of my fucking imagination without your goddamn testimony. And you're not very forthcoming, are you? I like them. They're nice. They're nice. Scott is nice. His dad is nice. I do like them, just like I like Dallas. Dallas was going to go in and help me with that. No, just like the Dallas in fucking Nebraska, except the Dallas in Nebraska, fuck, the Dallas here is 100 times more functional. And he's cost me a lot less money. The only chance I have of stopping the abuse is getting to show the evidence, and I am in a constant state of fucking panic over not having a safe fucking place for the evidence. If I get falsely fucking arrested and my evidence is at someone's fucking garage, is that person gonna get that shit out of the garage and actually do something with it? No! They don't even care enough to fucking look! Like Tabitha Michelle Cook, I moved all of my stuff there. I invested that money and paid Brandon Ratner to help me move that stuff. And these are all things that I had to do because of the shit with Natalie Bollinger and because of the situation with Brandon Ratner never once coming forward. With Candace Bondurant never once coming forward. With Tabitha Michelle Cook never once coming forward. And there's all these people who, when I reach out to them for help, they just want to fucking talk about themselves and their own personal fucking problems. I'm trying to get help. Are you trying to get help with those personal problems, or are you just bitching at me? Because I need you to fucking help. If you cared, you would help. You would do something to try to fucking help other than talk over me and tell me what to do. Instead of telling me to go to the library, why don't you look at the situation at the library? Look at the fucking calls I gotta make and the subject matter. It's not appropriate to do there. It's not appropriate to do it at Starbucks either. But I have nowhere else to do it, and these are your only suggestions. How about instead of making suggestions at me based on your ignorance, you find out what the fuck is going on? You find out how much it is costing me to have to fucking live like this! Because you didn't fucking care! Candace Bondurant is by far the worst friend that I've ever had. You don't get worse friends than that. That is not possible. For somebody to claim that they're your friend and they're going to help you, and then for them to do everything in their power to cut you off from the help that they offered you, and to claim that people are threatening her and her family as their excuse. Allowing me to be abused repeatedly, forcing me out into the fucking snow myself in sub-zero fucking temperatures. It's not that I didn't try to turn these people in. It's that I had to do it in person, and I couldn't afford to keep on going in person just to be abused in person. I needed someone to go in with me. When Candace Bondurant had that shit happen, I was in her house. That was her excuse for not fucking helping. I'm not allowed to be frustrated. I'm not allowed to be angry. Or you pretend that I'm a horrible goddamn person. Help! Help! People like Chris Ibsen, I helped her shit ton. A shit ton. Yes, I knew she was a meth addict. And after Natalie died, she was pretty fucking shitty to me. She's still on my friends list, and I get on there from time to time saying, hey, I see your pretty memes, but they're bullshit. That doesn't fit your personality. You would let a motherfucker drown. Don't pretend. Don't fucking bitch that your friends won't listen to you and don't care about you. When you have shown loud and clear you don't give a holy fuck about any of us. A lot of people helped Chris Ibsen to get unhomeless. A lot of people helped her while she was homeless. A lot of us, by us I mean literally me included. All I ask for is for people to tell the truth. It's not like I'm asking them to sell their firstborn. Candace Bondurant didn't think about Carl Rogers' kids. She didn't think about my niece, or my sister, or any of my family that had been threatened since well before Natalie was killed. But Candace didn't know about any of that, did she? No, she didn't. Because we stopped being friends while I was in Virginia, while me and Natalie were still friends, while I was visiting Natalie in Virginia at her request, staying behind where her twin sister worked at her twin sister's request, going to Virginia Beach at their request, going to the pagoda at Norfolk at their request, going to the Chinese restaurant at their request, going out for my birthday at their request. It was that trip. I was in Virginia less than a month. Now, while I was there, I stopped being friends with Candace because she was a liar, and she let me know she was a liar. It doesn't matter what I go through. All women in the United States are taught to lie. If you don't get what you want, you fucking lie. A man won't have sex with you when you're drunk, lie about him. Oh, you got drunk and convinced a drunk man to have sex with you? Because your boyfriend is neglecting you a little bit too much, and then in the morning it's rape? Or you can't remember nothing, so it must be rape? Why is it you always remember when you're rejected? No matter how drunk you are, why do you always remember when a man rejects you? And why do you retaliate when a man says no? I need help to turn these things in. Out of all of my friends, guess how many showed me their actual friends? Not a single one. I have to go to complete and total strangers to try to get help. And there's folks who are like, oh, well, Scott threatened to blow up a school. Yeah, he threatened to blow up the school here in Tillamook. He got kicked out of school for threatening to blow up the school. His parents turned him in. You know, I'd do the same thing. Of course, I wouldn't get heard. You can see that time and again. If I was heard, Tibor Hatay would still be alive. If I was heard, Natalie Bollinger would still be alive. If I was heard, Benjamin Harvey would still be alive. But you're just not hearing me. You reinterpret everything that I say. How the fuck is that going to work? That's not the English goddamn language, you son of a bitch. Then I get told that the law is based on what people believe I was trying to say. Well, when people outright threatened me, you told me it wasn't a crime. But if someone pretends that me making a video about how wrong it is to kill people is me threatening to kill people, and arresting me on false fucking charges and keeping me incarcerated for 7 fucking months. Oh yeah, fucking totally, yes, the law works here. There is no bias whatsoever. Leslie Snell lies out her ass, but she's allowed in the court. I had to flee the fucking state for shit's sake. I had to set it up with Mandy Singer so that I could turn in Leslie Snell and Scott DaCosta and Robert Franklin Warnick. And of course, who's that last asshole? William Barr. The same people who I was trying to turn in and announced on YouTube I was trying to turn in so that my intention was known. And the 4 of them lied and had me incarcerated and put in fucking prison on false charges that they had to drop. When I got out, I tried to get help with that. I went to all the people I was told to go to. These people were a part of situations that they needed to speak up about, and they needed to be honest about it. And the only thing that keeps these people honest is my recordings, and even that isn't enough. Because they just say mentally ill, and the recordings aren't allowed anywhere. Why? Because people pretend they don't exist. If it's illegal for me to do it back, it's illegal for them to do it to me to begin with, isn't it? So why weren't the assaults against me taken seriously? And why was I arrested for assaults that never happened? God, I am out of fucking snipes. So I guess no more cigarettes today. I want to believe that Scott's brother Jared is going to help me with the computer stuff on Monday or Tuesday. But after 6 years of everybody's Monday or Tuesday, or Shannon Alvarado's tonight, or oh, we'll do it this weekend, and then the weekend rolls around. We can't do it. Everything's shut down. It's the weekend. We'll do it on Monday. On Monday, oh, we'll do it this week. Jesus, fuck. How am I supposed to get anything done? Going around to all these services, and I tell you what's going to happen if I have to go in by myself. But you don't fucking listen. And I have to go in by myself. And after I've gone in by myself and been treated exactly the way that a single white homeless male gets treated when he goes in by himself, you guys want to treat me like I wanted it or chose it or deserved it, or that you can't do nothing because obviously if they won't do anything for me, no, fuck you. They didn't do anything for me because you didn't go in with me. You didn't get actively involved. You showed that you don't fucking care. If you don't fucking care, neither will they. Fuck about the abuse that I endured for over a year before Natalie was fucking killed. Not a goddamn one of you. When you're busy telling someone to love themselves, like that's gonna fix the fucking problem. You are the problem. You are the reason that people commit suicide. You dismiss everything that they try to tell you with, oh, well, I have my own stuff to deal with. You just need to love yourself. Did you try going to the library? Did you try fucking listening at all in the last 6 goddamn years? No, you haven't. All you've done is make suggestion after suggestion after suggestion. Have you bothered to find out if I tried any of that shit? Have you bothered to make the calls with me? If you make them with me, instead of it being an argument over whether or not I spent $3,000 jumping through the hoops that you said if I jumped through them you would help me, instead of it being a fucking argument, that $3,000 that I spent, if you had actually been there, like you said that you would from the fucking start, you'd have known exactly where that money went. You would know that I spent that money jumping through the hoops that you wanted me to. If I jump through those hoops, those expensive goddamn hoops that you want to pretend are free, that you with $110,000 a year getting shoved into your fucking pocket, you're going to tell me who makes less than $10,000 a year, you're going to tell me about how broke you are, about how your struggle is real. You're going to tell me for 6 goddamn hours about your personal goddamn trivial bullshit. By comparison, you ain't got squat going on. When it comes to family, no, I don't have any family or friends that can help me with that. And that's one of the triage questions. All of these agencies ask the same question. They know that it's free money. If they don't have to do their job, they can still get the money. It's only a couple of sheets of paper to get the billing from the government, but it's a lot of pieces of paper to actually do their job to help a victim. There's people like Casey Kirwan, or Casey Beardsley, or shit, I don't know, Casey Perry, I guess is what her name technically is. You know, I never once called her up just to bitch about my life. I called her up to tell her what's going on and try to get help. Please speak up. But then there's the stuff that she needed help with. She couldn't even speak up herself. Well, if you can't even speak up yourself, what the fuck am I doing? I care if she lives or dies more than she does. We never were friends, though. She's just somebody that I've known since before she was born. How's that possible? Well, I knew her mom while her mom was pregnant. Her mom was not very nice until she got pregnant. Before that, she was extremely mean. Now, here's the thing. With all these situations, I'm not getting help. I'm getting abused by the people that tell me they're going to help me. None of them actually help, even if I show up in person. The other thing is they're going to go out of their way to make sure that I don't have any way to contact them. So if I have no way to actually contact you, how am I going to get you into court? How are you going to help if you're not willing to speak up in court? That's the thing. Did you intend on helping, or did you intend on taking advantage of me? Now, regardless of your intent, what ended up happening? In most of these cases, it was just me getting taken advantage of over and over and over again. Me letting people know about my situation and being honest about it, and then trying to twist it later on as if I had somehow pulled the wool over their eyes. As if I somehow neglected to tell people that I was broke, or neglected to tell people that my disability money was taken away, or neglected to inform them that because they didn't come forward, I'm still being abused. If these people were decent people, good people, yeah, they would have fucking come forward right from the start. Yes, you can go out every day to go hunting. Fine, do that. But can you find the time in any of that time to actually help me to turn in a very serious situation? Especially if you were a part of it. Especially if you were a witness to it. Especially if you were there for it. I understand hunting is important. Dinner getting is important. It's important not to starve to death. But also, these folks here in Hood River, it's not like they're folks that I've known for 20 or more years, like a lot of the people who threw me away like I was trash. People who, for years and years and years, whenever they had a problem and nobody else would come through, I was always there. Always. But then, when I needed help, after they told me for years and years and years, man, if you ever need anything, motherfucker, I can't even get you to call me. That's the problem. Everybody wanted to text and take everything wrong in texting and type fucking the most dismissive excuses that they could. Go out of their way to twist everything that I'm typing into something else entirely. Now, how the fuck does that work? Oh, yeah. That's the world we live in. If a girl like Leslie Snell, who works for the Dual County Sheriff and assists the Dual County Sheriff in committing crimes, including multiple felonies against me, if I'm trying to turn her in, and she abuses her power to have me put in prison, she's the one who's broken the law, not me. If she assists my other predators in getting away, yes, it is conspiracy. And yes, her name is all over all of my paperwork, so she did conspire with my other predators to play victim and to have me incarcerated including threatened, harassed, and intimidated over and over again by law enforcement. And of course, Robert Franklin Warning. Now here's the thing, I can't turn in the crimes against me because the cops in Dual County would not do their job. I was trying to turn in Dual County Sheriff's Department because of that. So, with them knowing that I was trying to turn them in, how well did you really think it was going to go, making me go try to turn them in themselves? You fucking idiots. By the way, abusing an at-risk adult is not a civil thing, it is a fucking criminal thing. But then again, you aren't helping me to turn in the criminal acts committed against me, so they keep being committed against me. And they will continue to be committed against me until someone cares. Until someone actually cares enough to look at evidence and help me fucking turn it in. There's a lot of witnesses who are mad at me for fucking recording them. Well, you know what? I recorded evidence. Evidence that first of all I was telling the truth and you knew it and you never came forward. Knowing I was being abused, which by the way in the state of Colorado is against the law. Because although there are laws that, well, like the mandated reporter laws, they're complete shit. There's no way to make sure that those laws are followed. There's no teeth. When I got to go to Dual County Sheriff's Department to turn in Dual County Sheriff Scott DaCosta, and he is allowed to use his position to retaliate against me for trying to turn him in, to have me sent to prison where I am abused repeatedly and retaliated against for trying to turn the guards in. This is how it really is when it's just you and nobody fucking cares. When nobody looks and says, hey, that's wrong! That is a wrong thing to do to a human being! But are you speaking up? Are you fighting for my rights? No. Which is why you don't fucking deserve them. You want to tell me about all the rights that I have and how great and wonderful it is that I live in the United States because all these rights that I supposedly have, where the fuck are they? Where are those rights? Are they hiding under that rock that you guys think I grew up under? My predators use the term mentally ill for one thing and one thing only: to justify their crimes against me. That shit is not fucking okay. And pretending to care about me when I've got that shit going on, telling me that you're gonna help me, but just wasting my time while that is going on. How the fuck do you consider that help? How do you get off pretending that that is help? People are fucking dead because you guys don't give a shit. They make these shows like Rob Gavigan's channel and Anna Solves. They didn't solve shit. Neither one of them bothered looking at both fucking sides. None of these places ever bother to look at fucking evidence. And then you guys come on my channel after listening to that shit, and I can't even get past the goddamn retarded assumptions that you have from listening to that shit. You guys won't stop shoving that shit at me. Well, they said this on Anna Solves. Holy fuck! Was Anna Solves there for a goddamn bit of it? No! And then I got situations like the one with my sister, right? My sister was going to help me. Now, the first day, she was off in her own fucking la-la land. The second day, she was going to help me. It was pretty fucking important. But, of course, instead of being on a one-on-one thing, it became a power struggle because Tara brought her friend, Ed. And although I wasn't comfortable with Ed working on my computers, I figured I could let him take a look. Tara assured me that I was wrong about him being schizoaffective. I was not wrong. He admitted he's schizoaffective. Now here's the problem, is that after he told me he was schizoaffective, and then he started getting irate and angry and threatening towards me and threatening at me and fucking posturing, I should have fucking killed him right then and there on the spot. That's what a lot of people's opinion seems to be. I should just kill these people. I should just kill them. I should just kill them. And that's the problem. Ed's solution was violence. My little sister's ex-husband, Riley, his solution was violence. Even Dallas Richmond's solution was violence. He's got a 303 Enfield for a reason. Anybody fucks with his family, he's gonna fucking kill them. That's what he has that thing for. It's not for hunting, it's not for plinking, it's for intruders. Although I wouldn't put it past him to get drunk one night, start feeling sorry for himself, stick the gun in his face and pull the trigger. I also wouldn't put it past him to get fed up with Harley's shit someday and fucking pull it out, walk over there and blow her brains all over the kids. You never know. You know how we end these videos? Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind. Oh wait, we live in the United States, so yeah, every victim gets left behind. Only the predators are protected.